You know, unlike last year where we had one thing that we really wanted to do was launch Minecraft, this year there's not one exciting thing. It's kind of more of like a celebration of this entire year since we've launched, like all of the amazing communities that have developed within the bigger Minecraft community.
I think tomorrow is going to be madness. 7,000 people from countries all across the world are coming down to Paris and meeting up here.
Friday night, and we are about 30 hours away from being completely done, and we have 16 hours. So we need about double what we have, that's my guess.
So we have people coming with their little babies and someone coming with their little 3-year-old who plays the Pocket Edition, and then they play the PC version to parents, grandparents, people who play by themselves. So it's a pretty awesome thing to get all of those people in one room with this common denominator of we love Minecraft.
We are, 22 hours out right now? I think 22? A little less. We are 21 hours out, and some of the exhibitors are still just showing up.
There are almost 50 different panels. We have a lot of new stuff to show, and we're gonna have an opening ceremony looking at what has happened since last MineCon, because a lot of things have happened. We have tournaments in Scrolls and in Cobalt. We have PvP tournaments in Minecraft, Pocket Edition server running, and yeah, that's just some of the things. I can't really remember everything now.
All right, we're about 12 hours out, and I'm hoping to get at least a few hours of sleep tonight. I have to be on stage tomorrow. It is as exciting as anything gets. We just did a bunch of run-throughs, saw the videos, listened to the sound here, and from the reports we got a text saying that at the hotel you could hear the music playing from in here. We are basically going to rock the entire kind of Disney Lake Quad area.
Lindsay from Cursed here. You're either hanging out watching this on the live stream or you're running around MineCon here at Disneyland Paris. I just want to let you guys all know that we'll be giving away sweet Jinx swag all throughout the weekend. So if you want your chance to win, go to Twitter, join the conversation about MineCon 2012, and boom, you've just given yourself the opportunity to win sweet Jinx swag like this. If you want more information, head over to the Cursed booth here at MineCon or head over to minecraftforum.net. Thanks for watching. See ya.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, live stream. Where's the camera for the live stream?
Is it right?
Is it over there?
Okay.
Hello.
Right. So,
hello, live stream.
Right.
How are you doing?
Hello. Right. We always will tend to start and wrap things up with a particular little phrase that hopefully you guys may have seen in our series that we wanted to kind of start with. So, like, we usually say good day, and if we could do that, and then you guys could say it back, we think that'd be.
So we haven't met yet, right? It's a gentlemanly greeting. So we haven't seen each other yet.
So we'll go good day, and then you guys.
Good day, and then you say it back. So
yeah,
let's count it in.
3, 2, 1. Good
day. Lovely.
Lovely.
Amazing.
Right. So we're Hat Films. To my right is
Ross Hornby, aka DJ H3 Max. Thank you. You're too kind, all of you.
And to my left is
I am Chris Trott, aka Trottimus. Thank you. And to my right,
I'm Mal Smithy, aka Smith.
And we are the genius that is Hat Films.
Titled by Lydia.
Thank you very much to the kind people that titled it. But
Honestly, though, it's a great privilege to be on this stage. So thank you very much to Lydia and Mojang for giving us this
and to you guys, who, of course, the main reason we're actually even here. Lydia took some convincing. So I mean, you've seen our Minecraft trailers before, is that right?
The update ones are at 1.7.
What's everyone's favourite?
Right. Seriously.
Mine's 1.7. Okay, that's good.
I mean, the intro yesterday. How'd you guys find that? Was that okay? Yeah.
Awesome.
It was a long one. The doors were loud.
Yeah, doors.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and
really
the smashing
loud.
of the potions as well. God, it's like being shell-shocked, doesn't it?
That wasn't my fault.
Woke everyone up there. That's important.
Yeah, so again, thanks to Mojang for giving us that opportunity to make that intro. We love making all of the trailers for everything. It's a great opportunity. That was probably the biggest project, the intro one, wasn't it? I mean, how long did that take?
Well, a whole week. Normally we do it in like 2 days. Because we only have 2 days. But we were lucky to get a week. So we managed to squeeze it all in, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So
yeah.
So let's travel back, shall we, ladies and gents?
Journey with us.
Journey back. With the time when.
Transition.
Yeah. Should we say how we started out?
I guess so. Yeah. I guess
so.
That's
Hat Film sort of began at uni when we were slacking.
Yeah, we were just bored and thought, why do coursework when you can play Minecraft, which just came out in alpha.
Me and Ross went to university together.
Yeah.
Smith was at a different university because we didn't want to be near him.
Yeah.
Well, literally, I was in another country.
Before,
so I knew Chris before, and then these guys met, and then I came to visit, and I met Ross there as well. But yeah, I mean, these guys did. I mean, we get quite a few questions about what we did at uni, so. Go through that.
Yes, me and Ross did a television and film production course at university. It was in Portsmouth. It's a good course, and we learned a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
It gets you in the frame of mind of like, okay, I want to do this. Can I finish now so that I can actually do it?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So we were in our 3rd year, and we were doing essays, and then Minecraft came along, and we didn't do essays.
Yeah, we stopped. We stopped those essays and thought, well, we'll just spend all night playing Minecraft.
And Smith joined in.
Most of you have probably experienced.
Yeah, and then I got a Skype call from these guys because we played a few things before together just for fun. They're like, "Oh, have you heard of Minecraft?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't actually." And they're like, "Oh, you should try it." And we went on, and then we just started building things. And I think the first thing I decided to do, which I really regretted at the time, was build a railway under a sea. And I didn't realize how long things took, and I was literally there for about 6 hours.
Didn't you build a diving bell?
Yeah, and a diving bell, yeah.
I was like, what the hell are you building? And you're like, oh yeah, it's a diving bell. I was like, oh.
I was like, I'm going to build a railway under, like a channel tunnel, essentially. And then we just never used it.
And me and Trot built the 2 towers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to build the Mines of Moria.
Oh God, that was ridiculous.
Single-handedly.
Single-handedly building the mines. And we're like
1-to-1 scale.
Until we found online that there was one much bigger, and we're like, wow, we're not building that.
Yeah.
Stop building. Stop digging there. It's just a waste of time.
But then we realised that there was some YouTube videos like Sea Nanas.
Yeah.
Does anyone like Sea Nanas? He was awesome.
His introductory ones were amazing, and we were just like, well, this is something we could probably do. If we combine the stuff we learned from our TV course, with editing and stuff, we could just record it and see how it goes.
And we were dabbling with YouTube beforehand. We put up a controversial video.
Yeah, Dr. Jesus Trot. She was dressed up.
I was dressed up as Jesus, all right. And there was some guns involved.
And it's just
don't Google it.
It's very green screen, isn't it? It's got some nice effects work on it.
Yeah,
that's all right.
So. One of our first, it's still up there. So.
You can find
still
it.
Controversial.
Still, yeah. So I mean, you guys had that grounding, and then I did PR and media at uni, which I mean, it's useful definitely, but I played a lot of computer games basically. Just used to play. I played
Wasn't
games.
Your actual final thing on World of Warcraft?
It was actually, I did my dissertation on the role of play and its representation of the individual. So like how people are represented. There was some big plague in World of Warcraft, and it was kind of a study of how some people wanted to spread it, so they're a bit destructive, some people wanted to help. And I mean, I'm a firm believer that games are a really interesting way to explore what people are. So I mean, we all are, aren't we?
What mark did you get on that?
So 2-1.
So
we got first, by the way.
Yeah. We got first.
We got first, which is the top mark.
I got a first in life, okay.
But either way, regardless of university, we decided to give YouTube a go.
Yeah, pretty much, and went full force with just like putting videos out every day with like Forsaken Lands.
Forsaken Lands.
So, which was, you know, when you watch it now, it's like terrible audio quality because we were just using like little headsets from like our iPhones.
And when you examine the map as well, like it's like, oh, it's a giant wall, it's empty.
Do we even have it? I don't think we have a clip of it.
Yeah, let's have a look at the clip if you've got it.
Oh, I don't know.
There should be one in there.
Come on, man.
Let's search.
Oh, that's dangerous. That is very dangerous. It's doing a search.
Searching for Forsaken.
It's not his computer, but...
Oh, okay.
Don't have it.
Don't
you just have to YouTube it.
You just have the YouTube, it's all on there. But yeah, basically we were using headset mics and Audacity and ScreenFlow, was it?
Yeah.
ScreenFlow from Mac.
We actually used that for a long time still anyway, like, but we
both had Macs, didn't we? And Mike couldn't play Minecraft that well, so it was all recorded from Ross until like episode 6, where Smith burnt down a house that we built. Yeah. We spent 6 episodes building a house.
Hey.
And then he burnt it down. So it all started from there, really. And then after episode 6 is when we really started playing with editing and stuff like that, is when we thought, okay, talking over a game is fun, and there's 3 of us, which is cool. There's a bit of a dynamic there. But let's actually incorporate our skills as some sort of editing and incorporate like...
I think that's what Minecraft, that's the good thing about Minecraft is the fact that, you know, it's an open world, so you can pretty much create anything in there. You can kind of just build sets without like worrying about cost or like, well, obviously there is some time involved, but you can be really imaginative. And we kind of used that to our advantage and had the whole world and, you know, could be the camera and stuff like that. So that's kind of where we started.
Yep. So with that, we then moved on to time lapses. Like we sort of thought, oh, let's build some stuff and just have the camera generally sort of gently pan using like very soft touches on the keys and stuff like that. Before any like awesome
coins
mods.
Just to hold it there.
Yeah, I mean we use Cam Studio a lot of the time now, don't we?
At the time, time lapses were sort of on YouTube. We saw that no one had really done video time lapses properly. We've seen like 1 or 2. But there were people that had just got still shots of like in progress, like me building a bridge. And they had like a shot of 1 block, and then about 10 hours later, I guess, they had half a bridge, and it just showed slideshows. And we thought, why not actually like speed up footage and show the whole process? So we actually have the time lapses that were eventually emailed to Carl.
Which is the kind of, the beginning of...
With awesome...
Bear in mind, you've seen Far UK stuff nowadays. Right.
This was pre-Far UK.
They're at the back over there.
They stole our idea.
Timeless is not
and
our
did it
idea.
Infinitely better. but yeah, we're still proud of them in a sort of school, like preschool kind of way.
We tried. Marshmallow. Show the marshmallow one.
Gone?
No? Yeah.
Okay. So which one do you want to see? We got Marshmallow Keep. The one that's a cake.
We'll show the marshmallow. The marshmallow one is the one that Carl saw from Mojang. This is what kind of
Mind, this is, you know, very early on in Minecraft's legacy.
Is this set up with audio?
I think it's got audio. So here we go. This is Marshmallow Keep. Can we get sound on this? Sound okay? Let's try again.
Oh god,
right.
it's like hardcore.
That was hardcore. Well, that's probably hard. So yeah, the idea was we did a little time lapse. We also make most of the music ourselves. Sorry for that one.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you can hear that, it's like a hardcore version of like that. But dun, 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 dun,
I did that quite a lot at the time.
Oh man, it's just everything to full on that, isn't it?
It was. We did little time lapses like that, and then we started to worry, didn't we, Ross?
What did we worry about?
Good question, Ross.
What were you worried about?
We were worried about copyright.
Oh, God,
on
yeah,
YouTube,
yeah.
because we were uploading Let's Plays and things about a game which we didn't own. And we thought, okay, is there a problem here? And we were stupid enough to not go on the website and see, it's perfectly fine to upload videos. We didn't go on that website.
It was only because of the TV course we did. They like drilled it into you that obviously you can't really use any copywritten content, music and stuff like that in any video that you put publicly. And so we were just, we were kind of like, are we doing something wrong? And then we thought, well, what's the email? Let's just...
Yeah, so instead of reading the terms and conditions, we decided to email a CEO.
Why not?
So we emailed Carl. We laid out a really nice email saying, hello, is it all right if we put up stuff on YouTube like this crazy dance?
But that was ignored, wasn't it? He ignored that.
Huh?
He ignored that.
He ignored it for 2 months. 2 months, but then he replied and ignored the question completely. Thanks, Carl. But he came back with an even better response, didn't he? He said, your videos are awesome.
Yeah.
And he wants to use them for a conference. I think it was either PAX or
I think it was
E3.
PAX, wasn't it?
I think it was
PAX.
PAX.
It was one of the PAX ones, yeah.
And they said, we could take your videos and then put together a little montage and use it to promote Minecraft. We said, well, actually, we could do one better than that and make you the whole thing itself, like make it customized for PAX and have like a cool little trailer. He said, amazing, do that. Yeah. So we did, and that was made. And he loved it, and they all loved it, didn't they? And they said, and then we had like a back and forth email conversation between us and Carl, and he added us on Skype. It got romantic.
Yeah.
God's sake.
Romantic?
Sorry. But then from there, we actually got round to starting to do and throw the idea that we could do update trailers to promote the new stuff in Minecraft, because for us, like, the Halloween update was awesome because they made, do you remember the Halloween update, the very first one? Where they introduced the Nether and stuff like that. They actually had a nice, cool little thing on their website, which is like the Halloween update, which is awesome. But for all the other updates, there weren't really there wasn't much information. And we thought it would be great to have it in video form, like a trailer, like most other games do. So we suggested, why don't we do the next update? And they said, perfect. And they gave us the 1.6 pre-release the day before they wanted the trailer.
That's right, yeah.
So that was the start of the quick turnaround trailers which we made.
Yeah.
So who wants to see the 1.6 trailer?
If you just play in the background, that way...
I'll play it in the background, relatively quiet, so that we can talk over it. Bear in mind, it's our first one, and it was done in 24 hours.
Yeah, like, well, most of them were, like, within like 1 or 2 days.
What's this? Let's open it in something else.
There it is.
Let's open it in QuickTime. So I'll put it about half volume. Full screen.
The world of Minecraft is
So that's my voice.
And sometimes
I was using an iPhone microphone for this.
At like 4 in the morning.
That's
that
a
was
That's
Wilson
Ross's
reference.
voice.
some may never see the friends
Castaway
again.
reference.
I'm a lonely
So we start to use cinematic shots, and it's been paper thrown on
Until
the cliff.
now.
I know. I'll make a map.
As you can tell, the audio there is still not incredible, was it?
I'm out of paper. Shall I?
No, I know. Our jokes weren't the best either.
That actually came out quite organically because we were having to do things like that, like have somebody literally throw the paper. So we decided to sort of introduce that as kind of like a meta sort of thing. So sort of have that whole like set breaking and fourth wall, was it?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Like, yeah.
And these are the film grabs. Turn it down.
Turn it down, Scott. Come on.
I'm on my way,
talk.
Wilson. Pumpkin.
So yeah, we're showing off the map. So it's basically the idea from the very start was to like, okay, let's take all the new things and form some sort of narrative. Let's make the trailer actually interesting instead of, we've got maps, we've got long grass. This is how we promoted long grass, which is introduced in 1.6.
Documentary style.
The process with all of this, with all of our trailers, we just sit down and literally just talk for an hour and just be like, right, I've had this
What the
idea.
hell can we do with long grass?
Yeah. And usually the first couple of ideas get laughed at or just generally insulted.
I can't believe you're
that's
thinking of that
awful.
idea. What is that idea?
But I mean, we all have similar tastes. Like, it's important that people you're working with kind of share your humor, I think, and you can bounce things around. I mean, that's a huge strength of ours that we're really lucky to have. Like, there's three of us. I mean, there's a lot of content creators out there who are on their own, which is a really difficult task to know whether what you're saying is funny or whatever. But yeah, we obviously are British, so things like the David Attenborough style feel to the long grass, like who's got some long grass? Ooh. Like
look at it.
Just stuff like that. Like what we watch, I mean, we're kind of like Monty Python style, sort of like, Blackadder, all that sort of stuff. Like, we'd love to aspire to anything like that. Yeah, really awkward. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Which
yeah.
doesn't work for everyone, but it was all right.
Yeah.
Did you like the 1.6 trailer? Was it when it first came out? Okay. What about the 1.7 trailer when we did that one? I think we
decided to do something different for that one, to literally have it all on one track and literally just have it all in one shot. We thought, yeah, that'd be fine, that'd be easy. But obviously, we thought, well, that's gonna be a bit boring. Why don't we spice it up?
Good day, Minecrafters. The 1.7 update is here, and we've got shiny new.
He's owned a Mac for I don't know how many years, yet he didn't think to turn the volume down.
Yeah.
So basically with this, we were thinking, well, the nature of this update is quite mechanical, quite machine-like, so we thought if we could have one long shot, I mean, talk about
The Pistons were a pretty big deal, so
huge deal.
I mean, if you were doing the track at the time.
Watch out for those
I was doing the run. Like, we were leaning, because we didn't have any there wasn't any camera mod at that time.
So
Also,
yeah,
it was a fresh download.
Yeah, everything we do usually involves using a vanilla client, so no mods are usable at all. So we have to do everything within the world. The only modification we can usually make is texture packs. So, for example, I think Trot, you were the camera at this point. Were you the camera?
Yes. So I was doing this long track, and we had to think of a way to make the camera stable, because as we know, if you're using a mouse, it's very juddery unless you're using machinima cam, which is what we were doing. We wanted a single shot to go all the way through, like a Rube Goldberg machine style, to show off what Pistons could do, all in one, and show off in the background like how you make them. And the way we made the camera be smooth and sort of the same speed as the guy running was to get a load of glass in a line, and also a load of glass as a wall, so it's like an L shape, which I pressed my back up against in the game and slightly tilted the mouse to the left, so I was pushing up against the wall and moving backwards very slowly. And in order to get rid of the glass that I could always see on the floor on the left-hand side, I had to modify the texture pack to make glass completely invisible. So there's a bit of customization to get the camera work looking nice, so there's a few creative difficulties and challenges to get over to make sure that it looks nice.
The main difficulty was actually building it all, though, because we actually we'd only just got Pistons. Like, we were literally given it before anyone else, and we were like, well, what do we do? We didn't even know how to make them. Like, they didn't tell us how to make them, and we were like,
so just in the craft window.
Do we just can we go into creative mode? Creative mode wasn't there, so we were like, okay, well, obviously we didn't even know about it, so
we were literally trying to get the recipe. Like, well, it's not wheat.
Yeah, we didn't have a number for it, so.
Well,
Yeah.
what shape would it?
I think we spent like a good hour trying to work it out. That's like, we literally spent a long time trying to work out how to make them. And then once
It's not glamorous. It's not a glamorous lifestyle.
And then once we did, we were literally just like giving ourselves all the materials for them, making them, and then just like going crazy with like setting them
worst
up and
bit-
figuring out redstone, which we didn't know
The
about.
worst bit was
either.
easily that 1.7 thing at the end.
The wall, yeah.
Wow, that was
And it pushes
ridiculous. The redstone behind that wall. Have you seen the behind the scenes of this video?
It's an
complex,
absolute
like-
mess. It's not optimized at all.
I think if someone who knows what they're doing with redstone will obviously be like, what the hell? What
have you
is
done?
that? What is that
What have you done
monstrosity?
behind there? But we were proud of it, and we had the waterfalls coming down and everything. And we think it showed off what Pistons could do and how you could take it further from what we did. So, yeah, we were
the
quite
music as well. The music, like a lot of people love that music. We decided to use it on a lot of our the end parts of our videos because it was quite a catchy little thing.
Yes.
And you made it at like 1 in the morning, or it was later than that. Because I remember us seeing the sunrise and be like, oh yes.
It was delirium. I was completely delirious at this point, and we were making the trailer. We'd finished like recording the track, and it was about 6 or 7 in the morning at this point because it was a 24-hour turnaround for this 1.7 trailer again. And I started making weird weird Tim Burton-esque music. I was phasing out just looking at the sun rising. I couldn't tell whether it was the real sun or the Minecraft sun.
Yeah.
I think there's always this element that I think works from even like I guess you'd call a brand point of view, like literally an element of delusion and like maniacism, like in that we literally do go a bit mental.
We have to go crazy.
and it comes through, and I think it works, like, because that's kind of, I think that music had a bit of a sort of nutty, like Mad Professor kind of feel to it, like,
which enhanced the whole piston, mechanical.
Which I think works. Again,
Definitely.
it was kind of, I suppose, just, I guess you'd call it luck,
Yeah,
in a
I
way,
guess so,
that
yeah.
it does work. But I mean, that's an example of how, like, I guess your personality can come through in a way of establishing some sort of feel of what you make.
We really wanted that in our trailers. We wanted it to sort of have that fan vibe, because Minecraft is about the community, and I think that's initially why Carl approached us in the first place to do these trailers and not get someone professional, is because it wouldn't have that quality, let's be honest, of the fan making the game, because we are the people that make the awesome things that are shown and presented at these panels like E3, and I think our qualities as like sort of keeping it real as opposed to doing like CGI awesome trailers with blockbuster Hollywood actors and things like that. It just wouldn't lend itself to Minecraft in its dynamic.
That being said, I think that it is important to see that user-generated content and like this feel of, like you say, made for the fans, by the fans sort of style feeling is important, and I think it works really well. I think that we say, oh, they could have got someone professional, but I mean, truly, who would you go for quick, go to those MineCon trailer making professionals. They just simply don't exist. And it's similar, I mean, like a lot of people, like for example, DICE, I really love the Battlefield trailers that they put out, and they have in-house artists, like 2 or 3 people who literally film them within it. And I think that that's an important thing, and I think YouTubers and people that want to make this sort of thing, there's a huge opportunity there, because user-generated content is becoming like the real way to communicate, because it is real. Like, we had to go through the same things that you guys would have to do when you opened up that update. Like, how do I make these things? And I think that that's probably why Carl saw that it was a great way to do it, because I think it just talks to each other like the community does. So, yeah.
And then from 1.7, we did the 1.8 trailer, and that was a big update. It was the adventure update. So we had lots of new things added, and we thought that we'd take the adventure aesthetic and sort of make it a bit more cinematic.
Do you want to play it in the background?
I'll play it in the background. I'll open it with QuickTime.
I just realised how much stuff we've got on here.
We've got tons.
It's already been half hour.
So this is the 1.8 trailer. We thought we'd really go with our filmic side of things with this one, because there's lots going on.
Yeah, we decided not to be in this one as such with our Minecraft characters, so we thought be a bit adventurous. That's the...
And the music, this is the first time we've really incorporated sort of trailer-esque music, where the titles and everything are sort of in cue and in time.
That shot took ages. That was me putting clothes on, and they're like, for God's sake, move your mouse faster. I'm like, okay. Didn't know about shift click.
Also, like the use of like After Effects, like
Yeah.
for things like the text, like being stuck in the space there. Using program, we'll go into more detail there in a minute,
but yeah, this is just quite a standard format of trailer. So you have a big build-up, and then you have a montage sequence that builds up hype and intensity to the point where you just literally can't fathom what the hell is going on.
But it
you
also
have to pause it.
It shows everything in there.
It shows everything.
I mean, we've managed to get most of the features visibly in there, either in the background or like just literally right in your face.
We will say that we do take quite a lot of cinematic license. Like, for example, the intro video this weekend, we didn't include absolutely everything that's been added, simply because we want to show that it's about the things that have been added, but we can't physically fit everything in a cinematic way. So there's sort of a balance there between just giving the feeling of update.
There's a lot of angry commenters. We didn't include this, like a long list. And like, sorry.
Right, so if we rattle on a bit, we did our first live action Xbox trailer. Oh,
yeah,
was it the Minecraft Pocket Edition was the first live action?
Yeah. So the Pocket Edition was going to come out pretty soon after this, and we were approached to do a more hands-on look at the game, because it's quite hard to actually record the Pocket Edition itself.
Plus, we didn't have any HDMI out or anything like that.
Yeah,
I remember being on holiday. Like, I was on holiday, you were like away, and then you just had to like run down to Portsmouth.
We didn't have a camera or anything.
Get a camera.
Yeah, so we had to go back to university and sort of say, can we borrow a camera, even though we're not at university anymore? So I rushed, I did like a 2-hour train ride to this place, got a camera, and filmed our friend
Nathan,
his thumbs.
on the toilet as well.
I'll show it in the back.
Oh, we thought like, right, what does this mean for Minecraft? And we're like, you'd be able to play it on the loo. That was like literally, we all said
You
it.
can't take your computer, you can just...
And we're like, are we going to do the loo shot? We're like, yeah, get the toilet shot.
Definitely.
There's his thumbs.
I don't think we had lighting, did we?
No lighting.
We didn't even have lighting, so it's kind of very...
Again,
Did we use an office chair as a
yeah,
dolly?
a track.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a track. So this shot here was me on an office chair, pulling it back.
With like loads of steady added.
And then we had a bit of footage of like over the shoulder because we couldn't really take footage from the phone itself. It didn't have that option. So this was quite tough. He couldn't build at all.
He'd never played it until now.
So yeah, nice and quirky. I think we've always kept that sort of quirky aesthetic, haven't we?
Yeah.
Like, it's all a bit jovial and jokey, which I think is what they like. I mean, we don't want to take the trailers too seriously.
Yeah. It's about having fun in the end.
It's about having fun. And that was Pocket Edition. They loved that.
So yeah, next up, these guys went over to Sweden. Lucky them. I had to work in my other job. But yeah, you made a pretty hilarious... Again, well, we brainstormed this before you left, didn't we?
It was really rough. And we on the flight there, we were like, have we actually got a solid idea? Like, this tends to be like how all of them go. We never really have a solid idea.
I wanted a
Nerf
Nerf gun battle for ages. I was like, do Nerf gun fighting. And they're like, how would you do that? And I'm like, I don't know, like, get Notch diving across the room with two guns.
You have to play that part where he says it's here, because we were literally just like, that was a surprise the way it's here.
I love Jacob. He is fantastic. So this is his acting.
Guys! Oh! It's here! Holy gosh! Wow!
All the guys did their own voices.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
We got them in a room and just said, I'll just say like surprising things.
Jeb
one says,
by
holy
one.
gosh.
So the idea for this trailer was to sort of give it that 90s early Nintendo Entertainment System retro tacky feel. So we also had a really bad camera, so we thought, let's really make it tacky.
Let's go to town with the bad effects.
Yeah. So we
and
brought
also
down the
contrast
colours.
between like their excitement and how slow paced the game is. Like,
yeah. We wanted that juxtaposition. It's like they're just digging in a wall, but they're so happy about it.
we'd only just met them like 10 minutes before filming all this,
Yeah.
so like it was like they worked really well.
Absolutely terrified. But yeah, again, like as you can see, the kind of humour that we like to go for, like this sort of like, yeah, I guess you call it Monty Python.
But the guys at Mojang have the same type of humour as well. So it's just
yeah.
yeah. I mean, Notch loved the idea when we told him about it. He said, "Yeah, let's just go to town with it," and we did.
We were very happy that Microsoft said, "Okay, let's put on the."
Yeah,
I think they were.
They were hesitant about putting that on the Xbox Live, but
I think at one point they were like, I can't believe they let us do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But that's the brilliant thing about Minecraft.
got away with it.
Yeah,
It was literally a whole trailer taking the mick out of
Pretty
the
much.
game. It's
Pretty
like
much,
these.
yeah, kind of, yeah.
So
And they played along. So.
let's swiftly move on.
Okay, right.
We've got
Well, we did the
tons.
1.1 update. There's not. Well, that's when we started Filthy Animals, wasn't it?
Yeah, Filthy
Yeah.
Animals. You guys seen Filthy Animals? Yeah, that's a real love of ours.
Yeah, we like that.
It's basically an excuse for us to do the stupid voices that would otherwise not make
to
any
announce
sense.
A brand new update coming to Minecraft.
That's 1.1.
today. Did you know that Jeb from Mojang has been making weekly snapshots
Ross's
of
best
the game?
TV advert voice,
These awesome snapshots
which he is gifted.
have now been
1.1.
combined to create Minecraft 1.1.
1.1, that's amazing.
There have been some great new features.
This was the
Let's
hardest
take a
trailer
look
to
at what
do
they are.
because
Firstly,
they
there are
added
language
languages.
options
How do we
Sie
film
können in
languages?
Deutsch
I
spielen
was
or
so hesitant about doing this because I don't know any other languages. Well, I know a little bit of German, but
på svenska.
And they added apples to trees.
Oh god, the apples.
So how do we film that?
Desperately waiting for an apple to spawn after smashing a
that
bush.
didn't even spawn. We put that at the top and it just fell because we left it there.
But the language thing was really good because like this is where the community comes into it again. We've got lots and lots of friends from all over the world, and we were like, does this sound like
pirate friends?
Yeah, pirate friends as well. Yeah. Hey, pirate man, how you doing? Yeah.
And then this is where Filthy Animals started.
Steve? Oh, Phil, I think it's my time.
Well, it's a bit nippy out, isn't it?
Winter's coming, mate. I don't think I can survive anymore.
Well, where's your coat?
I don't have much wool, not like I used to.
What happened to it, Steve?
You'll notice that I use my normal voice here because at the time it was kind of like why are you being so like suffery? Like, oh mate. But I actually forgot the voice I did for him in Filthy Animals, and I just started copying Troc. See, that's where they're like, oh hello mate, how you doing? Oh, you tried this
grass tastes so nice.
grass. And I just completely forgot how to talk properly for about an hour.
And that's flat, super flat as well, yeah.
Super flat.
Oh, it's no fun.
Was that how do we show off super flat?
It was so hard.
Where the heck are we?
Slimes everywhere. So we were just shooting them down.
That sounds pretty creative.
Seems to be a fair few slimes though. You might want to.
See, at this point, I'm talking like that. Why am I talking like
You
that?
switched them. You switched the normal voice for the.
It's so bizarre.
Get 1.1 today.
Oh, what's this flatland thing? Why am I doing this weird voice? I don't know.
So that led on to Filthy Animals. Who likes Filthy Animals? Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, why did we do the sheep thing?
Well, it was all based on like if anyone's ever seen it, I think it's Aardman
Creature
like,
Comforts.
Animations, Creature Comforts, yeah, where they do like the stop frame animation to animals and stuff, and yeah, that. Yeah,
actually,
Jeff spawned.
Jeff was an inspiration of some. Oh yeah.
Well, I said, he's so glitchy. Why is this?
Yeah.
The glitchy Jeff, the glitchy
God,
silverfish.
He's like, yeah. Oh wait, we could do this as a character. Jeff. And we were worried each update for what was it called? We were using Mob Disguise. We were using the
Mob Disguise at the time.
Mob Disguise.
We were worried that he wouldn't be glitchy anymore, and we were like, what happens if they update
What
it?
if they fix it?
And we were like, please don't fix it.
Don't fix Jeff.
And don't fix. You can't. He's not broken. He's not. But yeah, like basically, and then we were watching. Who was it with the really mediocre?
Garth
Smith. Something Smith.
You know the guy that does. Oh man, the Kool-Aid thing, and he does this coffee.
Red light flashes twice. Well,
red light flash.
Julian Smith.
That's the one.
He does a really like.
He did
sort
a really
of,
mundane one, didn't he?
Yeah, like just playing.
Song.
Oh, this is my song, and he's like, oh, do a Jeff song because I play the guitar a bit. Like, so I sometimes play it like while we're on Skype, and I was going, oh, guys,
to our annoyance,
guys, I've made this song
about
Jeff, and it was just literally it's G, C, and D. It's like the most basic thing in the world. Like you could learn it in like a day.
And when you originally sang it, though, you sang it like with such like kind of happiness.
Yeah, I did it in like this cheeky Cockney voice. It was originally, hi, my name is Jeff, and I'm this glitchy silverfish, and he's
scrap it. It's got to be mundane. You've got to sound like you're bored.
Monotonous.
Just like glitching about.
My name is Jeff.
And then it went, and then it finished, and then at the end, and then I just vamped the chord and went Jeff,
and that was
it.
And
they were like, what? And I was like,
and it's just like the
you got
Warner Brothers like window.
Yeah.
Let's show it.
There's kind of a contrast between like
Stop talking about this.
Okay,
roll the VT.
My name is Jeff and I'm a glitchy silverfish. Not much else left to say. Oh, why don't you spend some time with me? That would really make my day. I'll glitch
There he is, swanning away, catching fire to everything in his wake. If I got anything left in me to catch this pup, it's time to tango.
And I'm one hell of a guy. Now everything's on fire, but everything's okay. 'Cause for Jeff, it's just another day. 'Cause hi, my name is Jeff and I'm a glitchy silverfish. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Jeff.
Sorry.
Yep. Filthy Animals. There's going to be more, don't worry.
Hopefully more frequently as well, because we've only just moved in with each other to make this process easier. Because before we were sending hard drives of like 100 gigs and stuff of footage. So we're hoping to do a lot more of those.
So yeah, we did tons more trailers. We won't be able to show them all, but the most recent one was the 1.4 trailer. Who saw that one? The pretty scary update.
Yes.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. And this is probably our most...
I think with all the snapshots, like it kind of ruins. Like obviously everyone would have seen all the features beforehand, but hopefully we showed off. Hopefully we showed off. Like I'm not bitter. I'm not. But yeah, no. It was really good, actually. It was quite fun doing it.
It was one of our. We really liked the idea when we thought of it. Like we all pretty much came upon the same thing, didn't we? We're like, oh, let's do some sort of like classic old 50s sort of haunted house feel. And Trot did his best. What's the composer? Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman. Last two tracks he's made are
just pure
so close
Danny
to Danny Elfman. One of them just sounded like the Men in Black. Well, I won't ruin it. I won't ruin it by saying it, but.
So we had Halloween costumes and everything because it was pretty scary.
We also had a lot of help, didn't we, from our...
Yeah, so we want to mention, like, there's so much... Yeah, a few of them are here. Say hello, community.
Say woo.
A nice little group of them.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, so we were very kindly helped very frequently and on very short notice.
We've got a great community to help us with this type of thing. So.
They help us with stuff like building sets. When, like, for example, when we had to build this massive hut, we need some help. The more often than not, it's stooging, as it's called.
Standing in as us while we film it.
Yeah. So I mean,
disguised as us.
Also, these skins were made for us, weren't they?
Yeah, by
Yes.
Thymian. Thank you, Thymian.
Thymian,
very
raise your
much.
hand.
And thank
The
you so
hand
much.
belongs to the one who made this.
Yeah. So we were like,
skins.
oh, we need some sort of like spooky outfits, and so I'm Frankenstein. Ross is even hairier than normal.
I'm a werewolf.
He's a werewolf, and Trot's I thought he was the Terminator.
Sort of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde style.
Yeah.
And a bit wolfy too.
So right then, when that person ran by, that was one of the guys.
The invisibility.
Actually, the one on the right was me, I think.
I think so. Yeah, you didn't even play yourself.
I
That's
did.
ridiculous. Like, why? How did that happen?
Did anyone spot the reference with the two witches and the villager in the cauldron in the opening video? We used these witches as the main antagonists of our opening MineCon video. We thought, why not incorporate them back into the 1.4 trailer, where that villager is the one that helped Steve say, you're stuck in the past, you need to get back to the future. So we incorporate that story when he went right back through and sort of tied all the trailers together. It was a Back to the Future reference. Who got that one? Yeah.
We're afraid it would go over most of your heads because it's quite old.
Yeah. We always like to, when we think of things like when, for example, Trot was saying about including the witches cooking, and we're like, ooh, meta. Like we're always like, ooh, yeah, it's a bit out there, isn't it? So we're very proud of ourselves for that. But yeah, so that was the 1.4. Thank you again to our community and everyone that's helped us, and all people,
definitely.
JR, for example, hosting our servers as well. Like, there's lots of things going on behind the background. We have web devs, admins, all sorts of stuff like that. It's a huge task that not even three of us can do. So yeah, thank you to everyone for that. I think we're going to open up to questions now because we're sort of running out of time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's worth mentioning that we'll probably do a Hatch Out, which is our podcast on iTunes, sort of doing more detail about this, so like a MineCon special.
Who likes Hatch Out? Yeah.
It's free on iTunes.
Yeah, it's free on iTunes. Thank you to everyone who rated and reviewed that. There's some pretty hilarious reviews in there.
Yeah.
So
we're surprised at the popularity of that, actually.
Yeah, right. So if you'd like to ask us a question, please head to the microphones dotted around this.
Run to your
There's a guy pointing
now.
around. He's awesome. Follow him. He's doing great pointing. So if you have a question for us, please feel free. We've got so much that we could have talked about.
We'll keep answering questions until stage guys tell us to stop. Basically.
And we're going to plug ourselves at the same time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hello. I just have to ask, and I'm sorry to ask this, but how is Origins going?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Good question.
We really, really wanted to put a trailer for Origins today, but unfortunately,
Traded it in for the intro.
We were asked to do the intro MineCon trailer, which is a big task.
We were working on that until 2 a.m. on Friday, and we travelled at 6 a.m. on Friday. So we got less than 4 hours sleep. So we really wanted to do it, and we tried really hard. We have sets built, and we've got
scripts and stuff written.
We've got voice actors.
Tons of voice actors.
We've got we've taken the voice actors that we like so far, and we've shortlisted them, so we have them still.
No one knows yet.
One of the main issues with it, though, was the fact that we all lived in separate places. So doing anything like that would involve, like, not Trot doing it all, for example, would involve us kind of either being in the same place for
4 weeks ago, we
period of
moved
time.
into a house together, so it's been moving footage around. But it has progressed, and we really wanted to. We were going to do some shots of the sets and everything like that. They look really awesome. Honestly, they really do look great. But we kind of underestimated the size of the project. And being us, we didn't really want to just hash it out. So
it will come, and it will be awesome. And we're not going to show you anything until it is awesome.
Yeah.
So.
And we're not going to release anything until we've got at least a few episodes down, because there's a lot of people who've released stuff which just doesn't. The rest of it doesn't come for like months, and it's just like, no one wants that.
We
really.
want it
So we'd rather just
consistent,
have
and
it
it's going to be
delay
awesome.
the first part, and then
Yeah, we hope that sort of answers it, sort of.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question.
on its way.
This is a question for all of you. What would you say is the biggest disaster that's happened to like a project you've been working on?
The disaster that also turned into Walrus Vision Week, so it's kind of a good thing. When I updated my operating system, and it just destroyed the screen flow that I was using. And when we finished recording, like for 3 hours, we were like, yeah, that didn't record anything.
For those that don't know,
then Walrus Vision Week was born. So
yeah, basically,
kind of a blessing.
We turned this thing into where we actually made a song about it for the intro of Walrus Vision Week, which is where we lost all of his footage. So Ross's footage of Skylands was lost, or something like that. And yeah, basically, we just sort of turned it into I don't know, you kind of got to roll with it. That's probably the biggest disaster.
It was the biggest disaster that turned into kind of a success in that sense.
Yes, who likes Walrus Vision Week?
I've seen quite a few Walrus Vision t-shirts about, actually. He's got terrible vision.
I can't see them. Thanks for the question.
When you started your channel, how much did you get involved in the Minecraft community, and where did you get involved in them? Or did you find that the community came to you?
We
We
had a server quite quickly, like quite soon on, really.
Yeah, we really wanted a server. We wanted like more people to join us, and we just wanted it for fun.
Yeah, but before we had the server, we were persistent. Like our content was getting like 100 views per video, which is like amazing for like someone who's just started out. And we were like putting them out every day. And from there it kind of grew, and we just thought we'll just keep doing this. And
I think
more and more views came. Then the community kind of evolved, and then we made the server.
It's worth mentioning that the landscape has changed a lot now.
Yeah.
Obviously, when we started, it was not fledgling, but we were in alpha. So even things like servers were difficult. All the mods and everything now, oh god, it's so much easier working with everything.
But we spent a lot of time ourselves actually like building everything and kind of creating everything ourselves.
Saving servers on our computers.
Kind of put our edge on it, but like recently it's been a lot harder because we've been doing more videos and stuff.
Now you like more involved you can be, the better, because it's just friends to help you out.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
We are extremely thankful to our hatter community.
Yeah.
They are awesome, and thank you for being part of that.
Not
Without
haters,
it-
as most people read it.
Yeah, hatter, not
Shout
hater.
out to my haters. It's like, well, no, that's not what we're doing. It's hatters. There's another T in there. Come on.
Yeah, hope that answers your question.
Thank you.
No worries.
If each of you could add one thing to Minecraft, what would it be and why?
That's a tough one.
What would
I'd
add?
probably rename dirt to filth.
Yeah. I think you can do that, can't you? In like some packs.
I'm just going to use the repair anvil thing
Yeah.
and just put dirt in there and rename it to filth, if that's possible. If not, I'm going to ask for it.
I'm not sure why that.
I think I'd add, and I know there are plenty of mods to do this, but one that's full-on supported within the game that can't be broken. I'd love an economy. I really like economy. Any game that I've played, like mainly MMOs, things like WoW and EVE Online, I love trading, and it's really hard to implement trade, but like a server-wide, impossible to break, impossible to exploit trade would be my addition.
I think obviously it's getting easier to do mods and stuff, but I think something where you don't have to reinstall everything every time and or like download the latest version and stuff like that. Something that makes it so much easier to do all that stuff in one go. Obviously, I know they're working on that stuff now, but that would make life a lot easier for us. Whenever we're like constantly, they're probably doing a talk about it right now, but that's the type of thing that would make our life much easier when we're doing like trailers or any videos in general. Like we can just literally just get
Like a 9-night style
we
service.
spent hours before just like sorting out what plugins we want to use, and it's just like that process should be refined, really.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Act Design, and I have a question for Trot.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Where's the walrus costume?
Ask them.
That's a good question. We were panicking about this earlier on in the week. We're like, we haven't got a walrus costume. And the ones we looked at were horrible. They were all awful. And then there was like some full-on mascot ones that were just like $800, I think they were. And we're like, well, that's a bit much. Like, so we'll probably do a video on it, a special video, and humiliate him that way. So
It's not been forgotten. They're still going to put me in a ridiculous walrus costume.
we will humiliate him at some point, so don't worry.
It was really frustrating actually, because we wanted, there was quite a few wanted to get, they're like Hong Kong, and we couldn't guarantee they'd get here on time, and it's just but I would love to see him suffer. Yeah.
But thank you
Yeah,
for
but yeah, thank you
prodding
very
them
much.
to do that.
You will see it.
It will
Our
happen.
main
There'll be
Hat
a
Film
short.
sponsor right there.
Yeah.
ACT Design,
Hat
everyone.
mainly.
Thank you for the question.
How did you get the name Hat Films?
Good question.
Well, it originally started as Heart Films, I believe, that we now regret because it's stuck on YouTube. our YouTube's Heart Films, or the HAAT
You can see it.
films, but we
You can't see it there.
prefer Hat Films. We had another guy who was working with us ages ago on films and stuff, but he moved on to do different things, and then we literally used our initials, like HAAT.
It's an acronym.
Because, you know, who doesn't?
Because it's
it's
awful.
Something you do. It's terrible. But the logo of the hat was made then, so
I really like. I mean, like, because obviously these guys, like, they were, like they say, they were making short films before I was part of it, and then just as I joined, the other guy left, so it became Hat Films. And I personally, from an outside point of view, I really like the name Hat Films. Like, I thought
works.
I love the logo that was made and all sort of stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much why.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi.
Hello.
My question is for Trot, and I want to know, how do you deal with the others' bantering and abuse and humiliation?
We're all friends. Don't worry.
Yeah, but like,
He deals
Smith
with
takes
it.
the piss out
I
of you
know.
every episode.
It's jealousy, that's what it is.
We just can't beat him in trials, and when we do, it's
yeah.
Oh wow,
ridiculously
yeah, he
offensive.
is very
I'm
good
sorry.
at that. Yeah, it's definitely a shield for me, personally.
Is there inner
How is he
security?
doing this? It's a
It's
miracle.
really
If
frustrating.
you've never played trials, it's ridiculously hard. It's so hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's like, don't get me wrong, I am naturally a bit of a troll.
He is.
But I do appreciate nice things as well. But
I defend Trot a lot.
He does. Oh yeah.
I try to get in
and
the
then
middle.
jumps on the bandwagon when he can get a good
obviously in
joke out of
trials,
it.
it's a different story. When I'm like, why can't I be?
Yeah, basically we kind of assume roles within the group because that's kind of just how group dynamics work. Like I wreck things because I'm awful at building things in Minecraft. So I mean,
And we've been friends for a long time, so it's just like kind of friendly banter, like you have with a few of your mates.
It's all-
so it's
it's
just
all-
you know,
it's all pretend.
There's no hard feelings ever. Like
Yeah.
Not
if we have an
much.
argument or thing, we just settle it there and then we're like, yeah, fine. Cool.
Either that or Trot has the thickest skin in the world because I've been doing it from far
Yeah, right.
longer than before we were
Yeah,
on
before I
YouTube. I've known him since I was like, what, 13 probably?
Yeah,
Is that why you're sobbing through the?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Is that
That's
sobbing?
what all the crying's about.
Have you also noticed that they mainly answer the question for me?
Exactly. Thank you for your question.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
If you can select one mod, which would you select add into Minecraft?
Good question. That was, which mod would you like to add to Minecraft?
Which mod?
Officially.
Oh, wow.
Pardon?
I'm not sure.
Is he gone? Which mod? I think all the
hard to-
camera-based ones, like
Yeah.
Camera Studio, is awesome.
I think
we
Camera
use that a
Studio
lot.
and like shaders built into one.
Shaders.
Shaders that ran
shaders,
on
yeah.
a kind of a relatively mediocre machine would be awesome.
So we like the cinematic things, which will enhance like Filthy Animals and all our shorts. So yeah, definitely Camera Studio.
Realistic shaders that would
Yeah.
look really good for like the cinematic stuff we want to do.
And then obviously what I said earlier, economy-wise, like as a non-filmic point of view, but for us the most useful would certainly be the cinematic.
Yeah.
And things like Better Than Wolves is pretty cool too. But I think that should be a sort of, do you want it or not? Not take over Minecraft, but yeah, as an option. Thank you for the question.
Thanks, man.
What do you use to make your music?
Good question.
Good question. Yeah, we use mainly a program called Logic on Mac.
Yeah.
And a MIDI keyboard.
It's just
Yeah,
a personal
you've
preference.
been using it longer than me, so.
Yeah, I use Logic Pro 9, and that is just an upgrade from GarageBand. You can do anything you want with any of the music tools that are available. GarageBand is a great start. Just get a MIDI keyboard.
What if you're on a PC though? Because I think most people probably have a PC. Because Macs are
sorry.
quite.
I started
pricey.
on PC. Fruity Loops is all right. I had a PC for ages before I got a Mac, and I recently got a Mac about a year and a half ago. Like, I'm a musician in terms of a live musician. Like, I play guitar and stuff and sing and things, but like I never did what these guys do. They're very like electronic. But yeah, for Windows it's really difficult. And I was a Windows user for ages, and I was so annoyed. But GarageBand, honestly, like I know you have to buy a Mac, and it really sucks. But GarageBand is really awesome. Like from a new point of view, which I was. Like, you just need a MIDI keyboard.
Otherwise, just practice. Yeah, like if you've got a keyboard or something.
It's like
just
30
practice
quid
there
for a
and
MIDI
then it's
keyboard.
just like, yeah.
But Logic Pro is the answer to the question.
Yeah.
Yes. It's very expensive.
If you could make any mod for Minecraft and add anything you wanted to the game, what would it be?
That was.
That was just the previous question.
So the
wasn't it?
shaders
so like
and the
the
camera
shaders
studio.
and camera studio. So better camera mods. And
Cinematic things.
Yeah, cinematic things that make it better. Thanks.
If you could add a boss mob to the game, what would it be and what dimension?
It'd be a giant walrus in a doctor's outfit.
An evil walrus in a doctor's outfit.
He's always evil.
I'd really like a different kind of dragon in the main world, because I think the Ender Dragons are like the coolest looking animation, like the way they fly around, like the shots we did for the intro. When I saw those came out, like I was like, wow, that looks cool. Like, you know, when they first came out and they were in the real world and they were just destroying the things they flew through, like totaling things. I just keep that in, really.
I did that on the Adventure server quite a lot. I spawned Ender Dragons in the main world. People weren't happy with that.
My house is gone.
Yeah, it just tore holes in people's work. Sorry. I'm a big troll on the server. Don't go on it when I'm on it.
I'd like to get like villains from like other video games, like in there. That'd be awesome. Like to get like, what's the one in Sonic?
Yeah, I knew you were going to say him.
Sonic, yeah. Like,
what's he called? The guy in the float? Huh?
Robotnik.
Get
Robotnik in there.
I knew you were going to say Robotnik. Yeah. That's so weird.
That's weird, isn't it?
That'd be horrible.
This wasn't planned.
No. Okay, yeah. So see, I don't know how long we've got. Like 5 minutes left. So go.
Yes.
What do you find is the most enjoyable to record? Like what game?
What game is like other than Minecraft or just Minecraft? Or I mean, Minecraft's really relaxing to like play, kind of, unless you're dying all the time and screaming.
It's a
like
huge sandbox, like, isn't it? Minecraft is very good to record in terms of cinematic.
The Xbox version is quite relaxing as well, because you can just literally lay back and be on a controller, and it's just like But,
it's a completely different game. Yeah, the Xbox is
very different from the PC one. But other than that,
I like Trials.
Trials is fun, even though I fail it all the time. It is a laugh.
Single perspective stuff on the Xbox is really nice to work with, because you can just take it, put our audio in.
On an editing point of view, that is better.
I can show you the comparisons between, say, editing.
Show the there's a screenshot of like all the Minecraft Xbox ones, like all lined up.
So this is Ross in Final Cut Pro, and that is Minecraft on Xbox. So
you got like video layers at the top and then audio layers at the bottom, and also all these little markers there are swear words that have been blanked out, because we like doing that, blanking them out. But we still swear a lot on them, but make sure they're not in there.
So yeah, all those little tiny lines. This is zoomed out.
This is zoomed out.
That's Ross swearing.
Not just me. It's not just me.
It's mainly Ross.
When things go bad, this...
But yeah, and this is an epic adventure in Final Cut. So all the media's offline.
3 cameras.
Because I deleted the footage. But you can see all these tracks. That is like 3 videos. So mine, Smith's and Ross's. And then overlays on top of that, which is like the corner cams, the top right cam. And on top of that, we got death counts. At the end here, that's the end slate, which we call, where the death counts come in, and like the total deaths, which I always get wrong. And then the swear words,
a screenshot
sound
of
effects.
the recent video for the intro.
Basically, another thing to mention here is when you ask for a multi-cam perspective in a game in the comments, the reason we don't often do them is because they're so much more work.
We all do editing, so it's never just one person doing the editing. Like we just like, who wants to do what series, like. Troll edit Trials because he'll record it there, and then because it follows a certain camera and he always mostly wins. So it's like you want to see that really.
Another important thing I think is the highlight that these guys have been editing for ages and ages and ages. They are essentially professional editors. I started like last year. I mean, I've had 2 very good teachers, like full-time teachers. But honestly, I think you could pick up like basic editing skills, like, I don't know, how long.
If you start in like something like Windows Movie Maker, that's a great start. I started there. I think Trot probably started there as well, something similar, iMovie maybe. But you start learning there and then you work up. But when you realise that you've hit kind of a limit and you want to do more,
I mean, if you look at things like Halo, for example, which I'm doing at the moment, and there's a couple of other single cam stuff like that. I edit those, and it's taken a year. Like these guys have helped me with making assets like slates, end slates, and things like that.
Using things like After Effects, if you want to know what that was.
Yeah, I just showed a few After Effects screens there. Like this is how I did the green screen.
We made physical green screens.
Most of the After Effects stuff is done by Trot because he's done all the tutorials and stuff, and that's what you need to do really. Just go through or go online, find tutorials, and literally just kind of teach yourself that way. That's kind of how we learn, and that's the best way to do it, really.
So that was basically separating Steve and the portal from the background so that I could add this crazy shattering effect of the background and make it change to something else. That's Logic Pro.
That's the music program.
The music program. So that's the whole MineCon opening music.
Trot was running out of RAM with the instruments, and he had 8 gig.
So that's mainly,
those are sampled instruments, if you wanted to know.
Mainly orchestral stuff. And yeah, that got heavy.
If you look on the intro one, have you played them as this?
Yeah, I've so we got this premiere.
That one was that's from the main video that you saw at the beginning of MineCon yesterday.
So we've used Final Cut and Premiere, so we're sort of transitioning into Premiere because we've just built an awesome PC. There's going to be a series with Ross.
Yeah, we've built a PC so that we can kind of teach you if you wanted to go.
Just to rush this along, we've got 2 more minutes, so we'll just get a couple more questions in very quickly. I hope that helps.
We'll go through this in videos and stuff as well. So.
What recording and editing system do you use?
Okay, very quickly.
We use Adobe Premiere Pro
to edit.
Only recently we've used that. Final Cut Pro 7 is the main one we've pretty much used for the last 6-7
for multicam stuff like an Epic Adventure.
After Effects to do effects work and overlays, which we render into MOVs, and then you can use an FCP.
And Logic for music, and so primarily it's like a Mac we're using.
And either Bandicam or Fraps, but Adobe Premiere works on Windows as well. So but we use Bandicam or Fraps to record from the screen, and Audacity to record audio.
Fraps is quite hard on the hard drive, so we only just recently started using it because we upgraded our
big hard drives and lots of RAM are the key to all of this.
You need those, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Sorry to rush you along.
What advice would you give to someone who's already found success making Minecraft machinimas to further improve their content?
Persistence, I think. I think persistence and kind of
collaborations
work quite well, and also kind of just experimenting. It's trial and error most of the time, so you want to just try something new. Like we've been trying various different things. You can see how things work well, and then unfortunately some things don't, and you just stop them and move on to something else.
Try changing your format up. If you usually do 20-minute epics, try a 3-minute fast-paced thing. Something along those lines.
I think the live stream is coming to a close, so we'd like to thank everyone here for coming along.
Thank you so much.
And also for live streaming it. Thank you, GameSpot, and everyone watching there.
Bye, everybody at home.
Thank you. And we really thank all of you for being with us and
supporting us and everything. It's awesome.
Yeah, we're on YouTube at Heart Films, HAAT Films. Our Twitter's _films.
Keep up to date.
Yeah, that's where you keep up to date with any stuff we're doing, and probably we'll make some videos, maybe tutorials on stuff, so you can try this stuff yourself.
Yeah, and if you guys want to talk or chat or sign anything, we'll be outside again for all that. Okay.
Try and form a queue because it's quite
outside.
Or a mob.
Don't want to disappoint anyone.
Yeah, we need to change over here, so let's go outside.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gets old, huh? Nope. Kinda makes you wanna break into song? Yep.
I love the mountains.
I love the clear blue skies.
I love big bridges.
I love when wolves run by.
I love the whole world. And all explosive sounds.
Boom diada,
boom diada, boom diada, boom diada.
I love the ocean.
I love real dirty things. I love to go fast.
I love to plant saplings.
I love the whole world.
And all its craziness.
Boom diada, boom diada, boom diada, boom diada.
I love some redstone.
I love my zombie friends. I love hot lava.
I love how this game ends.
I love the whole world. It's such a brilliant place.
Boom diada, boom diada, boom diada, boom diada.
Have you ever been really thirsty, so that all the water you can drink can't even quench your thirst? If you answered yes, you might have rabies. Should possibly get that checked out. If you don't, and you just want the water for irrigating crops or something, well then now you're fine, and you should watch this video about the infinite water source. There's technically two sorts of water in Minecraft, the water source block and the flowing water block. It's the source block you can harvest using your iron bucket and transport. Infinite water sources are found all over the world in shallower areas. It basically means a place where you can harvest a source block and enough flowing water will enter the space to transform it back into a source block. If you're not near a shallow river, then just dig a 2x2 hole and put water at the opposite corners. This will create 4 water source blocks, which you can use to your heart's content. You can make the infinite water source as large as you want, but if you're low on space then a 3x1 trench will work, as long as you take water from the middle block.
What is going on, guys? I choose Moo here, and welcome back to Mathcraft. Been away for a little while, had some exams to do, but now I am back doing your favourite game with maths and physics and stuff. What you're looking at here, my friends, is the humble iron block, and the plan for today's episode is to absolutely rip its physics to pieces. Iron has a mass number of 55 and an atomic number of 26, and the mass number is the number of neutrons and protons combined, and the atomic number is the number of protons. So if we take one away from the other, we find out there's 29 neutrons and 26 protons. So the mass of one proton is 1.6726 times 10 to the minus 27 kilograms, and the neutron is not too different, it's 1.6749 times 10 to the minus 27 kilograms. The mass of one block in Minecraft is 1 kilogram, so if we find out the total mass of an atom of iron, we get 9.20597 times 10 to the minus 26 kilograms. So if you do 1 divided by that, we find out that in one block of iron in Minecraft, there are 1.086 times 10 to the 25 atoms. So basically, that means that if every person on Earth was an atom, you'd need another million Earths to get enough atoms for one block of iron in Minecraft. But we're going to go one step further than that. The mass of an iron atom is 55.845 U. Now, use an atomic mass unit, we can convert it to kilograms, but for what we're doing, it's a little bit easier to leave it like this. And the mass of the constituents is 55.44016 U. And there is a little difference there, and that difference is made by the binding energy. And the binding energy is basically the energy that is used to hold the constituents of an atom together. And we can use the difference to work out that binding energy. So the difference between the mass of the iron atom and the mass of its constituents is 0.40484 U. Now 1 U is equal to 931.3 mega electron volts. So in one iron of atom, we have 377.03 mega electron volts of binding energy. Convert that into joules, which is the standard unit for energy, we get 6.03 times 10 to the minus 11 joules. So to work out the total amount of energy we need to separate every atom in that iron block, all we need to do is multiply that energy that we just got by the number of atoms that we found earlier, and we get 6.55 times 10 to the 14 joules. Now if you put that amount of energy into making the average person walk, they'd manage to walk around the whole Earth in 0.000002 seconds. So that is all from me for today, guys. If you want to check out my channel, there's a link in the description. I'd appreciate if you'd leave a like or a comment on the video as well. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Why do people use the expression cute as a button? Why is a button cute? I mean, unless it's like a puppy-shaped button or something, but even then it's just a puppy shape and it's not a real one. It's a weird one, to be sure. Anyway, buttons are part of Minecraft's Switch family. There's 5 of them, from Mama Lever and Papa Tripwire Hook to the Pressure Plate Twins, the Detector Rail Uncle, and Little Baby Button. It's made by putting either a stone block or a wood block in the crafting area. Buttons are like levers in that they go on walls, but unlike levers, they're on a timed switch. This means that when you hit the button, the current will activate for a second or so and then turn off. This is good for timed redstone systems like dispensers or piston doors. They share this quality with the pressure plate, but buttons are useful because they can only be triggered by a player. This means your wooden door setup is safe from passing cows. Wooden buttons also share one property with wooden pressure plates. They can be triggered by firing an arrow into them. This is good for archery challenges or to trigger a mob trap without being in with the scary beasts. Although beware, skeletons can also accidentally trigger the wooden button, even though it's a rare occurrence.
Welcome back, Sethling here, and this is my TNT Tornado. I'm really excited about this thing. I think it looks super cool. Here's the view from above. You got these spirals. It kind of looks like it's spinning around. It's just so cool looking. And then there's this, of course, this swath of destruction at the bottom of the tornado, like you would see in a normal tornado. I can try and go into it, but I'll get blasted away by all the TNT. Yeah, but it looks super cool. Yeah, so I used some mob spawners. There's some mob spawners up here. They have a player detection range of 1,000. That's kind of a new feature, and they basically just spawn TNT out in a circle, kind of with a little bit of velocity in towards the center. So if you look at any one of these TNTs, you can kind of see the path that it takes to go down into the center. And it's actually a pretty simple pattern. It's just TNT spawning in a circle, and it just really looks like it's spinning. Oh, it's super awesome. I'm really happy with how well this turned out. Anyway, I thought I would share it with you guys. If you want to download this world, you can check out the link in the video description, and thanks for watching.